What's good, everyone? Welcome to my channel. I've been delaying this video for a long time. This is almost 1 year old now, but Avengers Endgame tickets finally on sale. I've got my tickets, so I thought in the run up to that I'll do some more unboxing for the Avengers S.H.Figuarts figures. I've covered one or two of them in the past, which was Spider-Man and Captain America, but I never got around to Iron Man Mk50 or the others that came in this lineup. I didn't buy all of them, but most of them I did buy. But also because I actually got the Iron Man Mk50 nano weapon set right here. But before I do that, I thought let me just do the unboxing for the regular Mk50, which is right here. So if you haven't seen the box already, it's been, like I said, this came out actually in June last year, in 2018. So this is the box that this Iron Man comes in. This is a Japanese set. It's not the US one, which comes with extra like a stand and some other stuff. I think maybe just a stand. But this is a Japanese box with the Avengers Infinity War logo, picture of Iron Man, and then a window display. General theme of the box is all Iron Man related. Figure looks pretty good inside. Here's the reverse side. Pretty typical for S.H.Figuarts type of boxes. Haven't opened it. The tape is still on there. So let's get this open right away. And finally, after all these months, here's Iron Man Mk50 outside of the box. So it's pretty standard sort of parts that you get with this Iron Man figure. So he comes with extra pair of hands, his effect parts. But this is Mk50, so it comes with the bonus sort of blaster type of part. And then the other left hand blaster, which I'll show you how to attach in just a moment. First, let's quickly go through the blaster parts. So these are pretty typical for most Iron Man S.H.Figuarts figures. In the past though, they probably would have been in a different color, in a more flame, an orangey, yellowy color. This time you get them in blue. So this is his short range one, which has a hole there which you attach to one set of hands in particular. And he also comes with a larger pair, like so. These are soft plastic, so you can see that it bends slightly. So if yours are a little bit bent outside of the packaging, then try and heat them up in your fingers, straighten them up a little bit and let them cool off, and they should straighten up pretty easily. Then for the final effect pieces, he comes with a pair that attach to the ends of his feet. These have the pegs at the end. I'll show you how to do those soon. This little piece then is actually for an attachment in his back. This allows you to use the Tamashi effect display stand, which is sold separately. Their stands are a little bit different and their holes are a little bit smaller, so third-party stands may not necessarily work. You need to get a specific one for that, I think. But there is that option should you choose to use it. Hands, then he comes with two fists that are already applied to him, pretty regular. Then he comes with these hands, which as far as I'm aware of, or at least the Iron Man figures I have from SHF, these are pretty normal standard hands that he comes with. On the other side, this time they're white in the center, in the palm. The coloration and everything is really good. I like the dark red color and then the gold trim on the knuckles. Put that aside. Show you these hands. These are relaxed hands, like so. Show the ends of them, and then the thumb, and they've got the ribbing for the joints of each finger. The other pair of hands then is actually the hands that you will use to apply the effect part. So here we go, and I'll show you how to attach that. What you do is you grab your chosen effect part. I've grabbed to the shorter one, and you just slot it into the hand like that, and that's it. It will shoot out a blast. It's pretty cool looking. Personally, I love this color blue as well. It's very nice. I'll leave that there, and I'll show you how to swap the hands in a moment. It's going to be the same as all the other Iron Man figures and most figures in general. And he comes with this. This is actually like a cannon for his left arm. You actually need to replace the entire forearm. So in the bottom here is actually his forearm, and then you attach your chosen handpiece at the end, and yeah, that's where the joint goes in. You won't mix them up because the shape in there, if you can see, is like an L shape, reverse L, and that actually matches up and corresponds to the left arm too, so you shouldn't be able to put them on different arms. And then that's it. That's the cannon at the end. But all in all, yeah, it's a pretty same color scheme as the rest of his suit, as you'd expect. Looks nice. And then finally you get this cannon blaster. I'm not sure on the exact technical term, official term of this arm, or this part, but this is the one that he uses on his right arm. Again, you have to replace the forearm on the actual figure. So I'll show you that quickly here. So you actually pull this apart, like so. It comes in a few different pieces. You take that off,
then you can see this is where his arm is, and this actually does come out like so. And similar to the other cannon I showed you, this actually has a socket inside. You may not be able to see it, but this corresponds again to the right arm. This is only used for this in conjunction with this cannon blaster thing, because you see the protrusions here, which the regular forearm doesn't have. And these are actually patterned too, so you shouldn't get these wrong when you put this together. So this part, protruding part, corresponds to the inside here. So I'll put that back, and then it will sit nicely, and then you can sandwich the other one back on. This blue part here, this effect part, does come off as well, and similarly there's a tab there, which you can see is also corresponding to the section here. So again, you shouldn't get this wrong, it only fits one way. Sandwich it back, and then it looks seamless. I'll show you how to swap his arm, both arms, in just a moment. First then, before I show you all the arm swapping stuff, let's take a closer look at the figure. Now, Iron Man figures from S.H.F. always look pretty cool. I think they look spectacular. Even some people have had paint issues in the past. I've not had mine out of the box for too long to really notice that. But I think, you see on his butt, that was just a bit of a smudge. But yeah, I've not really noticed a lot of paint issues because I keep them, I seldom keep them out of the box. But yeah, this Iron Man figure looks super nice, super cool. I just love the way it looks. The armor on this one, Mark 50, is very cool, very slim, form-fitting. It's got this is a nano suit, I think it is, right? So this one is much more of a bodysuit type of look, and it looks super cool. And the colors are good as well. It's not like a vibrant red. This time it's more of a duller, more a blood red kind of thing. And I like it. It looks very nice. And it's got the silver trims in sections as well throughout the whole suit. It's super cool. I really love it. When I do handle the figure though, it feels a little bit more lighter compared to the other Iron Man figures. Sadly, I don't have any of the Iron Man figures currently out of the box, so I can't compare it directly. I'm going to keep this one out of the box though, because I'm going to compare it directly with the Nano Suit upgrade pack that I've just got delivered too. But this looks overall really cool. I mean, looking at his face as well, very nice. These eyes do not light up. I mean, I don't think anyone really expects them to in S.H.F. figures. But they have a blue tint to them, so depending on your photography skills and lighting conditions, they actually look really cool, and they look a bit more bluer depending on the lighting. And I'll hopefully have some examples of that at the end of this video. Torso looks really cool. The whole chest looks very nice, very smooth, no bumps or anything. The paint is just really good on this overall. I don't really have like any fault with this figure in particular in terms of paint or general look and aesthetic. I just love it, quite frankly. And yeah, they always nail their Iron Man figures. They do not disappoint. And hence why they're re-releasing some of the older ones too. But yeah, he looks good. The legs look good too. And then the boots too. Even the detail at the very end on the soles look pretty good. But all in all, I love this suit. Articulation wise then, yeah, he's pretty much the same as most other Iron Man figures, I assuming. I don't have every single one, but from what I've got, it's very similar. So he can look up a very good amount, which allows him for really cool flight poses. He can tilt his head side to side, and then look both directions too. He's got a neck joint there, which you can see, and I'll illustrate there in terms of looking downwards. So using it fully with the head too makes him look down perfectly, pretty much maximum range, and that's really cool. The arms then, he's got the pull out arms, and similar to other Iron Man figures, he's got a little piece that's loose inside, which should hopefully blend that joint. Maybe not on the back so much, but it's otherwise not too bad. So he can bring his arms forward and cross them over like so. You can pretty much do some Pilates with him. He can bring his arm all the way around and then up like so, but then the shoulder bit gets jammed there, so that will prevent him. Some of the Iron Man figures, I think you could move the shoulder joint. In this one, the shoulder piece or armor, but this one you cannot do that. Not that I've messed around too much with it. It looks pretty solid on there anyway. Yep, so you can't do that on this one. He's got twist at the bicep here. I actually do like that because I keep forgetting that exists, because it's so like well made there and so seamless in design that I just assume that he's only got the shoulder and then it goes straight to the elbow, but that's not true. He can twist, and yeah, it's an easy one to forget because of how great it looks in my opinion. Then the elbow, super good. I love the pose that I've just got him in very bodybuilder, and this again kind of lends well to the whole design aesthetic of the bodysuit, form-fitting kind of look. Just makes him look even better, I think. He's got a twist, twist on the wrist, but he's not really able to kind of bring it up and down too much because of the way the actual wrist is made this time. But it's not a huge issue for him. It's not a deal breaker per se. And the other hand, where he's blasting away, is positioned in a way that it looks fairly natural still. Torso, he can crunch forward. Let's show that like so, and then he leans back a really good amount. Then you're gonna get a little split there. Bring it back a bit, and it shouldn't be too bad. Bringing it forward again, though, you'll see a massive gap. And this happened in a few of the previous Iron Man figures I remember from Age of Ultron. So it's kind of expected. But, you know, when you've kind of got him like this, you're not going to see it. It's only from behind, and chances are you're not going to have that happen to you anyway. Twist then on the upper part is like so. Most of the twisting does indeed come from the top section. The bottom section, not so much. And I don't really want to pull it too much for fear of breaking it. The legs have a pull down, so you can pull him down like so to give him a little bit of height. But if I pull him up, he goes up about that much with the kick. Pull him down, then he can go even further, bringing it to the side too. And he's got the twist up top. It does look a little bit funny, I think, at this point with the joint. I think it could have been maybe a bit thicker, but then that probably would have hindered the general movement of it. So that's probably my only like negative on this figure, really. It's just that it looks a bit weird at times in this area. Then down to his knee, he can bring it all the way like so before it gets trapped with the armor. But that's a good amount anyway. His kneecaps may occasionally pop off, but you can replace that. I'm not going to deliberately pull it off now because I find kneecaps and elbow caps can sometimes be, once they come off, they get very loose and they come off way too easily. In this case though, yeah, be mindful of that. It can happen. If it does, just pop it back in place and it should be fine. Mine's only happened once with the one knee. For the ankle, you can move it up and down. He can rock on it and twist on it. And then he's got the toe hinge right there. So that's pretty much it for his articulation. It's pretty much what you expect. I don't think there's anything actually new with him, with this particular figure. If I'm wrong, correct me, definitely. But you know what? I like what they've given with him anyway, and it's a super solid figure. And he moves quite well. A little bit. Some of the joints are a little bit stiff on mine because I haven't played with it a whole great deal. But I love this figure overall. And with Iron Man, yeah, you just can't go wrong with the Iron Man figures in my opinion. Even if they're just basically, you know, repaints or something of previous ones. This one isn't. This is, you know, brand new suit, but in the past there have just been quick repaints. But I love it. It's really cool. Let me show you how to change his hand quickly before I change the entire arm to the cannon. Pull off the hand. Very simple. And then we'll swap it with the one that I attached the effect piece. Do it either way that you want. Effect piece before or after. It's probably easier to do it after. And then yeah, there we go. When you do that, you might feel the arm slide off a bit because it's actually not super tight, but it holds anyway. And there we go. Iron Man is now blasting away. To change the arm then, I'll do the right arm first. So you just pull the arm off like so. Like I said, it's quite easy. Place that to the side. Now, you could probably just fit this in as is. But there was actually no hand attached to the other side. So let's do that. So just put it apart again. Then take off the forearm inside. And then let's attach the fist to it. It's pretty much only the fist that's going to fit on this anyway, because you've got to sandwich it back into the actual piece. And then yeah, it should just fit nicely. Replace this back. Misaligned that. Let's do that again. Yeah, so you're not going to be able to put in any other hand because of the space that this thing requires. So yeah, leave that in there like so. Sandwich it back. Just align it properly. If we can get that. Oop, there we go. And then yeah, you can see hopefully inside the socket. And you just got to line it up. I've just forgotten which way it was. It might be this way around, I think. There we go, yeah. So it goes in pretty easily actually. Once you get the alignment sorted out, it just slides right in. It's not a tough job to do, and that's it. And it looks very, very cool. In terms of balance, actually, I should mention it's pretty good, even when you put the other hand on, which I'll show you in just a minute. But you see how he stands pretty easily with, you know, the blaster cannon on his right arm. It's a very, very lightweight attachment. Then we can do the same thing with the other arm. So pull off the arm at the elbow, and then you grab this one. So this one is very simple. You don't have to do any attachments or whatever, or detachments. And then just slide the arm in. Which way is it? Nope, this way. Hold on, I've got the arm the wrong way around. There we go. So it slides in again just as easily as the other arm. This one, again, you can do it in any order in terms of what hand that you want to use. I'm going to use the fist. So take out the fist and then just swap it. To be honest, the fist is probably the only one that really works. Well, apart from maybe the flat hand, but I don't think so much like the effect hand will work. But let's try it anyway, actually. Swap that out and then see if we can get this one on. It's pretty tough, as you can see, so it's not really going to work. You can probably force it, but you'll end up scratching the paint on the knuckles here, so it's not really worth it in my opinion. So let's get the fist back on to this one. It's the most natural looking hand anyway for this arm attachment. And back again to the balance. This guy balances very well with both arms out, like so. It's got obviously you've got to position the legs properly, but trust me, he balances really, really easily. I don't really have much of a problem with him in terms of that. So yeah, really, really cool. Like I said, both arms are pretty lightweight, and they look really cool, and they're consistent in terms of paint quality and everything with the rest of the suit, which is just super, super cool looking. And that's pretty much Iron Man Mk50. I say pretty much, but I've spoken a long time on him, and that's only on this base figure. Remember, there's the upgrade suit, which comes with additional parts. Yes, it's a bit of a bummer that you have to pay for this figure to get these parts, and then to get the upgrade parts, you have to buy a brand new figure, which doesn't come with regular arms. It comes with just the swords and those respective parts. And then they finally also announced a third part, which is probably going to be similar to the second in terms of you don't get certain parts unless you buy this version 1, version 2, and then version 3. We'll see when that happens later on this year. But if you want everything, this is a pretty expensive buy actually, all in all. This figure though in particular, I got mine for about 6,000 yen including shipping. But he's impossible to find right now for that price. He just shot up in value. Part of that I think is because, well, Iron Man is popular, but also probably people probably bought a couple of them because they realize you need the base figure to get the regular arm, this one, to use with the upgrade part pack which came out just now as well. So yeah, if you try to get him now, eBay and resellers are probably the only option that you're gonna have, and they're gonna end up charging you around, 10,000 yen or more, which is probably like $110, $120, $110 or $120 or more, which is very expensive for a figure overall anyway, or anything really. But for Iron Man, who came out at like $60 in the US price, if you imported it, then yeah, it's just super expensive. But it is a very cool figure. If you are an Iron Man fan, big Iron Man fan, personally, you should have probably pre-ordered this a long time ago anyway. If you hadn't pre-ordered it, try and pick up the Mk85, which I know actually by the time I've done this video, they all sold out. The Endgame stuff all sold out as well. Thankfully, I've got that on pre-order, so I'll definitely do a video on that. But this is Iron Man Mk50 regular version. Stay tuned. Subscribe, like, and everything, and then I'll have the upgrade for the nano suit, which is right here in the box. It's not opened or anything. Here you go, Iron Man Mk50 nano weapon set. So it's a big hench box, very thick, and I'll unbox that in a new video very, very soon, probably next week sometime. But thanks for watching anyway. I'm going to do more videos with the Avengers Infinity War figures running up to the release of Avengers Endgame, because I hadn't covered all the figures in the past, apart from Captain America and Spider-Man. Check out my channel for those two videos and more. Like, share, subscribe, stay safe wherever you are and whatever you are doing. The world's very, very crazy these days. So yeah, peace out everyone.